All right. Wanted to talk to you today about those people that you have in your life. Hopefully, the people that you're trying to work on getting out of your life. As you know, leaders lead. What I talk about specifically is overcoming the obstacles and the challenges, right? What happens when the challenge really ain't you? You know, deep down in your heart, that you're not the challenger. You're the person that's trying to keep it together. You're the person that's grinding day and night. But there's people in your camp. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but it's creating havoc. It's creating tense moments. Tense moments that just should not be happening. You're feeling uncomfortable. They're dragging you in social media. It can go all the way to that, but just very toxic. Those folks that are just bringing you down. How many of you have some folks that just bring you down? All they do is just the negativity. And only if I had this, or only if I had somebody to guide me along the way, I wouldn't have messed up. My mom, my dad, my cousin, my aunt, my boss, it's everybody else's fault. Everybody else's fault. The minute that you shake your head in agreement to that, you become complicit. And not only do you become complicit, you become infected. Some of y'all got somebody in your life. You're reaching out to all of these other people, but you got somebody in your life that's reaching out to you to help you, to serve you, to love you with all decency and protect you, to help you grow, to help your business thrive. But instead, you're reaching out to the people that aren't doing that. You're reaching out to the people that's causing chaos inside of you, because there's chaos inside of them. That chaos, it keeps giving. And I want to ask you today, do you want to be a part of that chaos that keeps giving? Because if not, you're going to be sucked up into it. You're going to be sucked up into the chaos that keeps giving, and you're going to infect everybody around you. Look into your life right now. You just might be infected. It doesn't matter who gave it to you. What matters is how you get rid of it. And the way that you get rid of it is to stop caring what everybody think. Stop doing good, expecting good to come back at you. My mom, I think it was my mom, had this phrase where she would say, if you're going to loan somebody some money, you better expect to never get it back. You better have it to give, right? And not need it if you're going to give it to somebody else, because the odds are against your favor. So stop worrying about the people that ain't giving you anything. Stop worrying about the job or the position that you're in that's not giving you fulfillment. How do you stop worrying about it? How do you get out of those situations? How do you get out of the chaos? How do you stop the chaos? You start looking towards your joy. You start looking into the very pain that brought you to this place. The very pain that got you infected. What was it that opened you up, that made you susceptible to infection? What was it that made you feel like that's what you needed? What was it? For me, I always had this spirit of love. I always wanted to love more. So what I did was I loved everybody else more. I needed it back. I was coming from a place where, for some reason, that thing didn't click in my head as far as me loving or me being loved. I didn't see it. I saw it as a different source, a different outlet. I was being loved the whole time. I was being loved to whoever was inside of my circle can give me at that time. You get what I'm saying? That can give me at that time. And if you want to serve at a higher level, forget about being loved. You want to serve at a higher level and you want to have some purpose, you got to remove yourself from the chaos. So if the chaos is a spouse, if the chaos is children, if the chaos, I'm saying like grown children doing their own deal. If the chaos is a friend that's speaking bad about you, if the chaos is a coworker or a boss that's treating you bad, clients that don't respect your work, if the chaos is coming towards you or has got you infected, you have got to run away from the chaos. You have got to get behind the shield. Get behind the shield, because those big shields, they're the heaviest in battle. But the soldiers, the ancient time soldiers, that was the heaviest thing that they carried. They carried it with pride because they knew that that was going to be the protection. The swords, they needed those swords to be limber so that they can be able to cut off heads, to be able to wound the enemy. But that sword, they needed to, that shield, they needed to hide behind it. So sometimes you got to retreat if you can. If you're in the midst of the storm, hide behind the shield. Figure out what it is that's inside of you that's keeping you back, that's making you feel infected. Because there's a purpose, there's a cause that you want, that you need to fight for. There's a purpose, there's a cause that's calling you right now. And it could be that very source of infection. This is a call to action. I want to call you to action right now. I want you to start running towards your joy. And even in the midst of hate, even in the midst of pain, even in the midst of chaos, you're going to hide behind the shield. You're going to pull out your battle plan. You don't got a battle plan right on the back of the shield. What is it going to take you for you to get out of this war? Figure out a plan, right? Figure out a plan. Get ready to execute, and then guess what? Go and execute. Flaws, imperfections, go and do it. Get out of the chaos. Go from thriving to striving. Whatever it is that you got going, that you're going through professionally, personally, you can get through it. But you got to have a plan. What's your plan to execute, to get out of this madness? Execute. Get back into the war. Get back into what started for some of you, the war is inside of your head. You're giving yourself self-doubt every time you turn around. You're giving yourself all the reasons of why you cannot execute. It's never going to be perfect. And you're never going to have this opportunity. The opportunity that you have today is never going to be nothing that's going to be remotely similar to this opportunity. So I'm calling on you right now to make a calling on your own life, to bring yourself out of it. Because let me tell you, on Leaders Lead the podcast, we teach the things that we figured out. And boy, have I had to figure it out. I'll see you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.